So the new year kicked off with a bang as 10 new coins were released within the first couple of weeks of January.
And as the 50th anniversary of the 50p set featuring the Kew Gardens sold out in just a few hours, we took a deep dive into the story behind the UK's scarcest 50p coin in circulation.
We've also updated our Scarcity Index and our eBay tracker to keep you up to date with the latest trends in coin value.
And our YouTube channel played host to our biggest ever coin hunt, where we were competing against YouTuber Christopher Collects. Did you guys see who won?
I'm Yasmin.
And I'm Rachel, and welcome to our Change Checker video newsletter for January.
So New Year's Day is when the Royal Mint release the new coins of 2019, and these coins of course included the Sherlock Holmes 50p, which I absolutely love. It's a brilliant coin.
It's a good one.
The D-Day £2, so that commemorates the 75th anniversary of D-Day. You've got the Samuel Pepys last diary entry in there. Wedgwood £2, which is a different one.
It's quite unique,
It's
isn't it,
nice,
the design?
but the anniversary I'm not sure is that amazing. No. And then of course you've got the Queen Victoria £5 coin in there, which again is a really, really lovely design. I really
beautiful
like it.
Design, yeah.
So yeah, they are only available to own as a complete set for now. They will be released individually throughout the year. But if you want to own them, the only way you can do that is by owning the complete set. But love the coins. We announced our blog, so if you still haven't seen them, make sure you head over to there to check them out.
And the video where we show you all the coins as well, so you can get up close and personal with the designs.
I think the other thing to mention, of course, so we've had those 5 coins released. There was another 5 coins beginning of January as well, and that was the 50th anniversary of the 50p set, which included 5 reissued 50p coins, which I guess is never been done before.
No, really special and a great way to mark this anniversary. So 50 years since the 50p was introduced in 1969, and that was actually the first 7-sided coin issued to replace the 10 shilling note, which was only lasting a few months in circulation. And the 50p, I mean, it's gone to show that it can last 50 years, because here we are 50 years later.
Yeah, when you think about it then and what 50p's are now, everyone loves 50p's. So the 50p's that were included in the set, or the reissued 50p's with 2019 dated, we had the Girl Guides in there, which is a great 50p. The Scouts 50p.
Roger
Bannister, Kew Gardens, of course, which is why everyone went crazy about
really
it.
Popular.
And then the first 50p design, which was the Britannia design.
And that was by Christopher Ironside, and it said new pence along the top, didn't it? So that's the one that's being reissued, and I think that's a really nice way to tie the set all up together.
Yeah,
the first coin ever issued is now back out again 50 years later. But the sets were so limited, so they were available in base proof, gold proof and silver proof, but the numbers were just so small, weren't they?
Yeah, so they completely sold out within a couple of hours. These coins will not be entering circulation at all. They haven't even been issued in brilliant uncirculated, which is, I guess, the standard
for collectors.
Yeah. So we won't ever see another Kew Gardens 50p in circulation. And the fact that they sold out in just 2 hours, I think it was, it's just crazy. Everyone
phenomenal.
Wanted to own them. So if you have managed to get hold of one, then you are super lucky. But I think that leads us on really well to Kew Gardens. Because
definitely. This is the reason the set was so popular, really, wasn't it? Because everybody wanted to get hold of the new Kew Gardens, the 2019 dated version. But if we take a look back at the original Kew Gardens, which was actually issued in 2009, and that was marking the 200th anniversary of the Royal Botanic Gardens at Kew. And I don't think anyone realised at the time, did they?
I think the design was really overlooked. I mean, actually, really, when you look back at it and you compare it to all the other 50p's that have gone before and come after, it doesn't really stand out.
It's nothing particularly special, is it?
But of course, we know what makes coins collectible, and that is, of course, mintage numbers. And I'm not sure when they actually announced the figures.
It might be in 2014.
Really, that late?
Yeah. So many people, I mean, people have contacted us since and said, you know, I had the Kew Gardens in 2009, I spent it, And only in 2014 when they realised that there's only 210,000 of this coin minted. So that is the scarcest 50p in circulation.
Yeah, and nothing has come close to it,
No,
apart from
not.
obviously the new A to Z 10p's, which
Yeah.
have approximately 200,000 of each. But no coin has ever come.
No individual coin.
No. And we've put a blog together, Inside Story on Kew Gardens, and we've sort of looked at why the Kew Gardens 50p was so scarce. Like, why did they only mint that amount of coins? And we think it's probably something to do with the Olympic 50p's, you know, knowing that they were going to issue 29 different 50p's, you know, some of each, meant that there wasn't really a need for 50p's as well.
No.
Because you probably already know by now, but mintage figures, or the coins that go into circulation, is all based on demand from post office cash centres. So the Royal Mint don't actually decide, oh, we're gonna do 210,000 of these. It's not up to them. It's up to, you know, requirements from banks and cash centres and post offices and whatnot.
All based on demand.
Yeah. So
only 210,000 of that coin were released, and I suppose since then people have been so desperate to get hold of it. It's almost like the holy grail of collecting.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it has led some people to create fakes of the coin, and some of the fakes are actually quite convincing.
Yes, we've
some
seen
of them
a
not
couple,
so
haven't
much.
we?
Yeah, we've seen a few ourselves, but in our blog we've put together a kind of guide to help you spot the fakes and things to look out for. I think some of the things are like the pointy roof. If it's too pointed, that's often a sign of a fake. Or...
There are, I mean, we've seen some really obvious ones.
Yeah.
Like, you can just tell, you know, the coin is 10 years old now. If you're going to find it in circulation, it would have been there for, you know, circulating for 10 years. It's going to be bashed up a bit.
Yeah, have a lot of wear and tear.
So if you find one and it's really, really shiny,
it's probably not the real
it's probably
deal,
a fake,
isn't it? Yeah.
or someone's taken it out of a BU set or something. But who in their right mind would do that?
No. Because, I mean, the real value is in the circulated coins, isn't it? Because that's where the low mintage figures are. So we've put together a little bit about that you can look into.
Yeah. But yeah, as we said, you know, 5 years later, since the figures were released, and 10 years since the coin was actually issued, it's still the talking point of coin collecting everywhere. And it is the holy grail, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So if you found a Kew Gardens, let us know. You're very, very lucky. And if you want to find out more about the coin, take a look at our blog. So we've updated our Scarcity Index, and not surprisingly, the Kew Gardens is still at the top of the 50p. I mean, I don't think that's going to go anywhere anytime soon.
No, not until we get some new figures, you know, for other 50p's that are in circulation, but no.
Kew Gardens is definitely king. But I think you'd be really interested to take a look at some of the figures and see how things have changed, especially on the A to Z 10p index. So we've actually got a bit more data now for the A to Z 10p's. I think before people were just really struggling to find them in their change,
definitely.
and although they still are, we've got more people actually listing the coins in their collection and requesting them to swap, and that's how the index works. So we combine mintage figures alongside change checkers that have requested to swap the coin and have listed the coin in their collection, and that gives us an overall picture of how scarce the coin is, how sought after it is, compared to just the mintage figure, which obviously shows how rare the coin is.
So one of the questions that we get a lot actually is, what is the difference between rarity and scarcity? And I think what you've just said explains that.
Yeah. So looking at how scarce these coins are, and particularly, as I say, the A to Z 10p's have moved around so much now that we've got more data to see how sought after they are. And it was really interesting to see the one that was at the bottom last time, which was S for Stonehenge. It's actually jumped all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
So it's now the most sought after A to Z 10p. And closely following that is K for King Arthur and L for Loch Ness Monster. And I think those are more the ones that we were sort of expecting to see higher up towards the top of the index.
Yeah.
So it's starting to fall into place a little bit more now.
I think the thing is as well, you know, if you were to find an A to Z 10p in your change, you're going to keep it, aren't you? Unless you've got multiple spares that you'll maybe swap or give to a friend or something like that. But I think the majority of people, if they are finding them, they are keeping them.
Yeah.
And that's why the coins are still so scarce. I mean, 5.2 million of them in circulation, you would sort of expect to come across
at least one.
Yeah. But it just goes to show how sought after the coins are. Everyone wants, you know, well, everyone wants all 26, but if they find one, they're going to keep it. It's a novelty, I guess. It's a keepsake.
And you have to think, if you're using these coins for a bit of fun, like I would, spelling out your name, then you might need more than one coin. So it's probably not like other coins where you'll just have the one and then any duplicates you will swap. You might be holding on to a fair few of them. So it is difficult to actually see the swap requests coming in and build up a picture. But I think we're now starting to get a more accurate representation of how many coins are actually being found and being swapped. So take a look at the A to Z Scarcity Index to see how things have changed, and also have a look at the 50p and 2p index as well, just a £2 index as well, to see where your coin ranks and how sought after and scarce it is.
So we also recently updated our eBay tracker. So can you guess which coin is currently selling for the highest price?
Oh, what's the prize? What do we think it's going to be?
I think you'll be quite surprised.
The Kew Gardens is, of course, still at the top of the eBay tracker, and it's actually increased since the last time we updated the tracker as well. So it's now selling at around £97 on eBay. So our eBay tracker takes the last 9 sold prices. I think it's really important to make sure we are looking at sold prices here, because you know, anyone can list anything on eBay for whatever price they like, and some of the prices are just ridiculous, aren't they? So looking at the actual sold prices and taking a median score of that to work out the average, we can see that the Kew Gardens is actually selling for £97, which is just a phenomenal amount over its face value, isn't it?
So that, £16.50 more than what it was back in June. So we sort of do this every 6 months. But we have taken out the inverted effigy £2 because there isn't enough data. We aren't getting 9 sold prices. So the coin is just so
rare,
scarce, I guess, that no one really has it in their collection, and if they do, they're keeping hold of it, which fair enough. So we've taken that off our chart because we don't have enough data to keep tracking it every 6 months. And instead, we've put on the 2018 Sir Isaac Newton 50p. And this is, of course, a 50p that you were only able to strike at the Royal Mint experience. I think it costs about £3.50 to strike your own.
I actually struck this coin when I went to the Royal Mint. So yeah, I'm holding on to mine because it's very special. But the coin actually, it's selling for, I think it's around £56 now.
I think it's 59 actually.
59, okay, yeah, so it's, you know, for a 50p coin, that is incredible, the fact that it's selling for so much. But I suppose with this coin, the fact that the only place you could get hold of it is at the Royal Mint experience.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what makes it so rare.
And I think the coin that they're doing as strike your own coin at the moment is the 2019 dated Britannia, which, of course, it was only issued in that new set. So, I don't know. I guess it's going to be sought after, especially if it's not going to be entering circulation and it will be the only 2019 dated coin.
And the fact it's the 50-year anniversary, I think it's got that extra story behind it that makes it a bit more special. So make sure you head over to the eBay Tracker blog to see where the other coins have gone up and down in price, and to check if your coin is on there, how much it's selling for at the moment.
So we've had loads of fun recently, actually. We've been collaborating with Christopher Collects, who is a YouTuber. If you don't know him already, make sure you go and check out his channel because his coin hunts are just mesmerising. You will find yourself sitting there for probably hours.
It's addictive, isn't it?
It is really addictive. So we were lucky enough to collaborate with him, and we did a £2 coin hunt. So we both had £500 worth of £2 coins, and we sorted through them. He has a point scoring system, and
we were seeing who would get the highest score, and it was actually really exciting, wasn't it? Finding different coins in our change and competing against Christopher. So can you guys guess who won? If you don't know already, make sure you go over to the video and have a look for yourself. But it was really exciting. It was really good fun, wasn't it, sorting through the coins?
We're definitely going to look to do more because it's actually really enjoyable, especially when you find them and you're just like, oh, you know, like coins that you haven't seen for ages that were, you know, issued 20 years ago or whatever. It is really, really fun. Yeah, and I really like sorting through £2 coins, actually. They're the ones I think that have really interesting designs, like you say, from years that gone back, and it's interesting to see them all spring up as you find them. But make sure you head over to our YouTube channel and watch our coin hunt videos. And if you like this type of content, do let us know because we'd love to make some more videos. Yeah, definitely. So welcome to all our new members for our Facebook group, so that's the Change Checker community. It's been great to see so many of you swapping coins, sharing ideas and supporting each other with coin collecting. We've built a really nice community now of people that are
just engaging with one another. So if you haven't been onto the group, make sure you head over there, request to join. You can find it on the left-hand side of our Facebook page, and we'd love to have you as part of our group.
So it's been an absolutely fantastic start to the year, 2019. We've had absolutely loads of coin releases, 10 so far, and we've had loads of updates as well. So a really fantastic start to the year.
So make sure you head over to our blog if you want to see what we've been up to. Check out our social media channels and our YouTube page, and we'll join you next month where we will keep you up to date with all the latest from February.